check this out. Hole, crushed in, little hole. Yep, that cap's about screwed. It's only a matter of time before the center pops out now and the spring goes flying and this cap is done. The good thing is you don't have to buy a whole new head. You could just buy replacement caps for those. But more importantly, let's look at the beautiful edging I just did with that trimmer. Look at that. All the way down. Nice, crisp, clean edges. All done with a trimmer. The beginning of the year, they're usually so overgrown, so bad that I cut them in with the golden edge, but then after that, maintain them with a trimmer every week. Now will he be smart enough to shut that chute blocker coming back up this way? There he goes. Atta boy. Now there's grass all over the sidewalk, and what a lot of people do is just blow the sidewalk off and not realize they're filling it right back into their nice clean cut edges, and then the edges don't pop as much. So the trick is, when you blow the sidewalk off, blow the edges right out too. So you blow them out nice and clean. That lawn there, beautiful stripes, a lot of green, just getting a little bit of brown in it. We skipped it last week. We also skipped this one last week. Look how nice and green and thick and lush that lawn is. Why did I just show you those two lawns? Well, the second one, the one that's nice, thick, green and lush, I told Connor, I said, you watch, she's gonna come out. She comes out every week. Do you think it needs cut this week? I don't know. I don't want it to burn out. So I got all the weed whacking done. I looked up in the window a couple times. I saw her watching me from the window. I get all the weed whacking done. I start to mow the one on the right. She comes out just waving her hands, going like this. Stop, stop. So I stop. I walk over to her property in her front yard. She goes, do you really think it needs cut? I said, Lila, dear, listen. I said, you come out every week and you ask me if I think it needs cut. I said, couple years ago when I started mowing your property, I told you if your lawn turns brown or it's really short and it doesn't need cut, I skip it. I still check it every week, but if we get a drought and it doesn't need it, I skip it. It's a waste of my time and your money. And that's what I explain to all my customers. I said, unless your lawn is brown or really short and is shorter than what I normally cut your lawn at, I don't skip. Okay, yeah, just, you know, just don't do that part right over there. I'm like, nope, that part's really short. For some reason, that part's not growing in. I won't touch it. I'm just gonna do this part over here in the back. Okay, whatever you think's best. Yep, okay. She goes, I still don't think it needs cut, but, you know, if you think so, then just do what you think's best. She goes back in the house. I finish cutting the neighbor's lawn. I come over, I start cutting hers. I make 2 passes. 2 passes. I look up and I see her in the window. Starting my 3rd pass and she comes out. You're leaving grass all over the lawn. She goes, you're not just gonna leave that grass there, are you? Now what I wanted to say was, how can I leave grass there if it didn't need cut? But I didn't. I said, Lila, have I ever left laying grass on your lawn? Ever? She says, no, you always either bag it or double cut it. And I said, and that's exactly what I'll do this time. Okay, that sounds good. That's what you should do then. Okay, Lila, you have a nice day. And away she goes back in the house. And she didn't come out again. You can't win with some of these customers.
No.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
What's he doing back there?
Wait till you see that one.
Oh boy. So that's the end of today. I have no idea what's on this camera. I know what I recorded earlier, but I have no idea what old Conrad over there recorded. He took the camera a few times and recorded some stuffs. But we did our mowing list, and then we went and we cleaned up a property for friends of mine. We had to mow the lawn, which, whew, I went over my section 3 times. I don't know how many times Conrad went over his section. Twice. And then I had to trim a huge hedgerow that went across the front of the house and all the way down the side. And while we were at that, another customer had asked us during the day if we would trim. I'm going to balance this camera right there in that green touch rack. We had to balance the balance. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't know what the. This is a family channel. You can't say those words. But another customer that we mow on Tuesdays had asked us if we could trim their hedgerow that's out by the road, because when he stands on his front porch, he can't see what's coming. Needs to see if there's perpetrators coming. Perps. So we figured since we were out and we were done at a decent enough time, we would go and we had the hedge trimmers. We figured go knock that out too, which we did. So that's it. I'm skipping the gym today. That's right, I am. Max, if you're watching this, don't give me any of your stuff.
Garbage.
I'm skipping the gym today because I got to put this video together. I got to edit it still. I got to put this video up, and I have to do all my billing. Today's the last day of the month. And I have all my mowing for the month, plus we did a bunch of random landscaping throughout the whole month. So I got to add all that in. Plus, there's still a whole bunch of people that owe me money. It decided they weren't going to pay last month, so they're all going to get their invoice for this month, last month, and their $25 late charge, because that's how we roll, and that's what's on the invoice, and it's been the same since Moby Dick was a whale. Moby Dick was a minnow. Yeah, since Moby Dick was a minnow. That's an old Roscoe saying there. He used to say it all the time. But yeah, so it's been the same forever. They know the rules, and usually I don't enforce it. You know, I just kind of give them a warning. But people are really slacking this year and really screwing around and not paying me on time, and it's starting to irritate the hell out of me. Well, it has been irritating the hell out of me. So they're all getting their late charges, and they're all going to get a letter. But I'm also going to add in the letter whenever I do the end of August, since September's starting. I also throw in a letter. This is the time of year, people have asked before, this is the time of year where I throw in the letter for snow plowing and for leaf cleanups. That way it gives people plenty of time in advance to make a decision on what they're going to do. But I also put a deadline in there when they have to let me know for leaf cleanups and when they have to let me know for snow plowing. And this year, there will be a letter, like a form that they have to sign before I will drop a blade in their driveway that states what I am and am not responsible for. Because I'm not playing the game I played last year where some guy tried to tell me I was responsible for chipping his driveway. You got a 1,000-pound steel blade dropping on concrete or blacktop, stuff's gonna happen. It's just the way it is. And it's not my fault that his company poured the driveway wrong. And before winter came, he said, is there a chance that, you know, I just had this driveway poured this year. Is there a chance that blade could screw it up? And I said, yup. And he said, well, I think it'll probably be fine. And then lo and behold, it wasn't. And I chipped a small part at the end of his driveway that's actually where it meets up with the road. Because they poured it wrong, they left the lip that high, and then the road's down here. And that's exactly where I told him it would end up chipping anyway. So, yeah, we're not playing that game. So everybody's gonna sign this form this year before I drop a blade. And it will be due with their payment for snow plowing. And if they don't sign it before the first snowfall and get it back to me, I'm not plowing their driveway. It's just that simple.
You are so weird.
Yep. You are luck, girlfriend. So that's that. But anyway, we'll see you guys probably tomorrow. We're on the roll with popping out some videos here. So
on to the next.
All right then.